What if the person you trusted the most was hiding a secret so dark it could ruin everything you believed? The evidence that changed everything was right in front of them, and no one saw it coming. Detective Mark had spent his entire career believing in the honesty of the badge he wore, the oath he had sworn, and the people he worked alongside. But all of that began to crumble the day he stumbled upon a file that didn't belong on his desk. It was small, unmarked, and buried under a pile of mundane reports that no one ever bothered to check. But something about it made him pause, a faint smudge on the corner, almost like a fingerprint left in a hurry. Curiosity pulled him deeper, and as he opened the folder, a chill ran down his spine. Inside were documents, photographs, and receipts that didn't just suggest negligence, they screamed of betrayal. There were images of evidence tampered with, crime scenes staged, and reports rewritten, all pointing to a pattern so sinister it was impossible to believe. The more he examined, the more he realized that the corruption wasn't isolated. It was a carefully orchestrated operation hiding in plain sight, carried out by people he had trusted the most. Every name on the pages, every scribbled note, hinted at a conspiracy designed to protect criminals and punish those who dared to seek justice. Mark's hands trembled as he flipped through more photographs, each one worse than the last. A witness coerced into silence, a key piece of evidence destroyed, even a fellow officer caught accepting bribes. His stomach churned with disbelief and anger, but alongside it came a gnawing fear. Someone had gone to extraordinary lengths to hide this, and if they knew he was looking, he could become the next target. He remembered the quiet whispers in the precinct, the suspicious glances from colleagues, and the subtle changes in behavior over the years that he had dismissed as paranoia. None of it had been random. None of it had been harmless. Suddenly, every case he had worked on, every arrest he had made, every commendation he had earned felt tainted, like the ground beneath him had shifted, and he was standing on a web of lies. Mark knew he couldn't trust anyone, yet he couldn't ignore what he had found. He decided to take the evidence home, hidden in his briefcase, carefully locking it away each night, but sleep eluded him. Shadows seemed to move in his apartment, and every unexpected knock at the door made his heart race. He started noticing small things he had overlooked before. A car parked too long outside the precinct, a colleague avoiding his gaze, a phone call that ended abruptly when he answered. The more he saw, the more he realized this wasn't just about corruption. It was about control, about power wielded by those who manipulated the law to suit their own ends. And then, late one night, as he sat alone in his apartment reviewing the files once more, he saw something that froze him in place. A photograph of a crime scene he had personally investigated just months ago. But in this photo, there was someone standing in the shadows, a figure he recognized, someone high-ranking in the department, watching silently as evidence was planted. The realization hit him like a hammer. The person who had trained him, mentored him, and earned his trust was at the center of it all. The betrayal was personal. Mark's mind raced with questions and fears. Who else knew? How long had this been going on? Could he expose it without being destroyed? He knew one thing with certainty. The evidence in that file was the key, and whoever had left it there had intended for someone to find it. But maybe not him. Maybe not someone ready to confront the truth. A sudden noise at the window made him spin around, heart pounding, and for a brief second he thought he saw a shadow disappear into the night. The air was heavy with menace, and the silence was deafening. Mark sat there, staring at the folder, knowing that from this moment forward nothing would ever be the same. The secret was out, but the danger was just beginning, and he had no idea who to trust or who was already watching. In that moment, he understood the chilling reality. The evidence had exposed more than corruption. It had uncovered a darkness so deep, so meticulously hidden, that stepping forward could either bring justice or bury him forever, and he had only one choice left. If this story shocked you, hit like and show your support. Share your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to Corrupted Justice for more jaw-dropping stories.